All right, friends, we have been talking about Bloom's taxonomy and all the questions that you can use to stretch your brain. And we have recently just read When I Am Old with You. And we've been talking about remember questions, understand, apply, and analyze. So I'm going to call on a friend to ask a remember question. Sebastian, please tell me ask me a remember question.
How will the boy survive if the grandpa died?
Okay, how would the boy go on without the grandfather, right? Because he's very important in his life, right? Pariston, can you answer that question?
If he died, he can
This is a question that's not really in the text, so you need to think about it. How do you think the boy would survive if he didn't have his grandfather?
he will take care of himself.
He would have to take care of himself, right? And there are some friends in the community. In the book, it talks about how he knows people, right? They walk by and they know people, so maybe some friends in the community would help out. Okay, let's do an understand question. David.
I did explain why the kid wants to be like his grandpa.
Okay, explain why the kid wants to be like his grandfather, because they talk about it all through the text. DJ, how would you answer that?
You would. What was the question again? Explain why the kid wants to be like his grandpa. He wants to be like his grandpa because he wants to have the adventures, like he wants to do the adventures with grandpa.
Ooh, I love that question. And I love how you use that word adventures, because that's like a third grade word. Okay, now let's move on to apply. Jada, what apply question can you ask?
Question would you ask of the boy sitting in a rocking chair?
Okay, what questions would you ask of the boy? Ooh, that's a really good one, Jada. What questions would you ask? Kendall.
I would ask, can you repeat again, Jada? What question would you ask of the boy sitting in a rocking chair? I would ask why. I would ask.
So this is not in the text, this is just you thinking. What would you ask him if you could meet him?
If I can meet him, I'll ask him, why are you, why would you want to do the same thing as the grandpa?
Why do you want to do all those things with your grandfather, right? Because that's what he talks about in the text. All right, my very last one, my analyze. Priya.
Can you compare or contrast the grandfather and the little boy?
Ooh, I love that one. All right, so let's talk about some things that are different between the boy and the grandfather. Besides, one is old and one is young. We already know that, right? something that's a little bit more deep, okay? What is the difference between grandpa and grandson? Alexis. What is the difference between the grandfather and the kid? Tell me one thing. One thing you noticed.
That the grandpa is bigger than the boy.
Okay, he is. All right. How about something else? Caden.
Because maybe if they have different names.
Okay, well, we know that. Different names. We know one is old, one is bigger. Okay, let's try to think of something a third grader would answer. Cameron?
They're different because the boy he has smaller the boy and he said I when I get old like you I will have a dog sitting beside my feet and beside my feet.
Okay, so maybe he doesn't have a dog and the grandfather does. Okay. What else is different, Sebastian? What's the difference between them two?
It's a difference because the boy said he's gonna do everything like his grandpa, and the grandpa doesn't mind.
Okay, so that's kind of like what's the same, right? He wants to do everything that his grandfather wants to do. All right, what is something different? Jensen.
Something different is that the little boy doesn't have a beard like the grandpa.
Okay, they look different. We know that, right? They look different. Something in the text. Kata Mason?
Something that is different between the boy and the grandpa is that the boy said that he would swap flies all day like him, and he doesn't have a fly swatter, and the grandpa does.
Okay, but that's more like what they're doing that's the same, right? Okay, now we do know in the book that he could do more because he's younger, right? Sometimes the granddad's just going to sit on the porch while the boy is doing everything. Okay, now the analyze question, notice how high we're getting up on there. The analyze question is almost at the top. So the analyze question is hard. Okay, that's like what third graders do. So y'all did a really great job. So thank you for that. You did a great job answering those Bloom's taxonomy questions.